You asked and we answered. An amazingly delicious pork banh mi. Oh yeah, you're gonna want this. Oh my God, can you smell it? Of course you can. That's why you gotta watch and make one. The venerable, the iconic, the tremendously delicious banh mi. Made simple by Sam the cooking guy. And here's how we start. We begin with in this case, a pork tenderloin. Great little piece of meat, easy to buy, comes just like this. Cook it the right way, they're perfect, but we want to make a little marinade for it. Get in a bag, get it marinating before we continue, and that looks like this. We start first with a little soy. It's a couple tablespoons. Some plain white sugar. Maybe 2-3 tablespoons. Lovely. Some fish sauce. And before you freak out and you go, oh, disgusting, it's not. Just adds flavor. It's going to be great. A couple big cloves of garlic, squeezed and mixed in. And of course, I'm using the world's best garlic press, the Xylus. We'll put a link below. A little Sriracha. I love you, Sriracha. And the juice of a couple limes. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. And then, of course, we mix. It's tremendous. And I know people are looking going, oh my God, fish sauce. Really, Sam? Really? Hey, you know how many of you have requested a banh mi? Do you want the right way or do you want like the crappy, cheap ass way? I think you want the right way. Get yourself a little fish sauce. By the way, I used it in a Caesar salad dressing and it's crazy good. Now we do this. I want to save a little bit of this marinade for after. So I'll just take a couple tablespoons, stick it in there. Then we take this lovely pork tenderloin into the bag. And we add the marinade. We seal it up, we get out as much air as we can, and we're done. Mix it around, make sure it's covered, and just take the whole thing and put it in the fridge. So here's what I always say. If you got 3-4 hours, give it 3-4 hours. If you got an hour, well then you've got an hour. Still gonna be good. While that's marinating, we make our quick Vietnamese pickles that will consist of carrots and Daikon radish. So good. We just gotta cut these guys up into little matchsticks. You know what I'm saying? Little matchsticks. So Jilly just asked a good question. That's Max's wife that does these. I mean, all kinds of stuff, but does these. We're going to talk about this in a little bit because something happened. I'm not happy about it, but something happened. Anyway, a Daikon radish is a mild radish, and not like some of the other more spicy radishes. It's really nice. My regular everyday Western supermarket has this. You probably can find these almost anywhere. And if you can't, well then just move to a neighborhood that has Daikon. Because you want it for the banh mi. Matchsticks. So I'm going to want my carrots and my Daikon about the same length. So I'm going to do this. And then flatten this guy out on all sides. And then we cut into strips like this. Hey. Hey.
Please don't cut yourself.
God, I'm trying not to. Okay, then just stack these little planks up like this and cut them into matchsticks. You know, they make, I don't even know what the hell the things are called. They make, what are those things called? Mandolins. Mandolins. That will do this a lot easier than I'm doing it, but then put the carrots in a bowl. Do the same with the Daikon. And then just add those to the carrots. We're ready for next. Then we add some rice vinegar. They don't need to be covered, but we definitely want a decent amount in here. We add some kosher salt, a tiny bit of sugar, and we mix. Come on. All right, these guys now, they can also go in the fridge. Now we wait. Okay, before we cook the pork tenderloin and throw the whole banh mi together, and I can't wait because it's gonna be amazing. I just had a little bite of the pickle. The daikon, the carrot is amazing. Fantastic. Let me talk about this shirt for a second. So you know, we have a website called Make America Cook Again. And Jilly, Max's wife, Jilly, has worked very hard at developing the website, creating the designs, and making it badass. We went so far as to register Make America Cook Again with the United States Patent Office. We have been issued a goods and services mark for Make America Cook Again on any clothing. So imagine our surprise when we saw not this shirt online, but Max put the picture up, that shirt. By the way, it's very close, but it is not this shirt. Do them side by side. This one, Jilly created, that we have the government goods and services mark for, versus that one that they don't. So, I find myself in a position of having to say to Nora Din, don't know if that's a real name or not, that it's time for you to remove your rip-off Make America Cook Again shirts from your site. And anybody that does this, you have to take them down, I'm sorry. So if you want a proper, fully registered, sanctioned by the United States government, Make America Cook Again, t-shirt, hat, long sleeve, hoodie, whatever, go to our website. Not a rip-off. Don't pay for fake goods, ladies and gentlemen. Pay for the real thing. Should we make a banh mi? Let's make a banh mi. And when your marinating time is up, however long you've given it, we take our lovely little tenderloin out of the bag, let them drip a bit inside, and throw them right onto a nicely hot grill. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And now over the next, 10 to 15-ish minutes, we're gonna move it around a lot, cooking it evenly on all sides, bringing it to about 145 degrees that we will check with an instant read thermometer. But let's not forget the marinating liquid in the bag. You don't want to use it just like this. So we'll take this and pour it into a little pot. Put it on the heat, let it boil a little bit. It'll kill any of the nastiness in there. Then we can use it to brush on our little tenderloin. This little fellow, which would be a male, wouldn't it? And nothing to do with the shape, everything to do with pork is male in my mind. I don't know why. Doesn't even make sense. I have these stupid thoughts in my head. Let's turn them. And after a couple minutes, starting to get some marks. So we'll turn it that way. Like you can see how wibbly it is. I mean, it definitely has a ways to go, but once you've got good color on one side, then you can flip it. But then we'll continue to flip it to keep it evenly cooked all the way through. Meanwhile, our little sauce is now boiling nicely. We'll give that a few minutes before we start to use it on the tenderloin, if I don't spill it all out of the pot first. And when it looks gorgeous, like that, we give it the flip. Hello, sweetheart. And now our marinade that has bubbled away is ready to start to add. So we will. Golden, gorgeous. Okay, another turn. And we'll start on the edges. Nice. Stay there. Good boy. See, it just sounds right. Pork must be male. And when our little sweetheart is ready, we pull them off. Look how gorgeous. Like that turning? Oh, it smells amazing from here. Throw a little foil on top, and we let it rest like 10 minutes. And while it rests, we'll get 2 more veggies ready so we can build. And the first we're going to want super thin slices of a Persian cucumber. These are the best. And I'm just using this little baby mandolin I've got to get them nice and thin. Look how great those are. Nice coolness, nice little bit of crunch. And then I love some red jalapeno. So we're just going to cut these guys in thin slices. And we'll leave the seeds in because it will add a little heat. You can smell it right from here. Alrighty, let's start by cutting some slices of pork. And let's not forget, we always cut against the grain, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can see this. The grain runs like this. You don't want to cut with it, you want to cut against it. It'll make your pieces much more tender. So, look, do you see that? Do you see this? Look it. Do you see this juice? Watch, I just barely have to touch it. So I like thin pieces. So I'm gonna do that. You like thick pieces, you just make anything you want. Do you not see the liquid running in this? So let's just get enough for a sandwich. Oh, the smell, this is crazy here. Pretty sure that's gonna be enough. Let's move this out of the way and start to build. We start by cutting the traditional bread of the Vietnamese banh mi, a little baguette. So let's just go one easy slice like this. Let's leave a hinge. The first thing that we're gonna give each side is a little Japanese mayonnaise and spread. And remember that little bit of marinade that we saved back? I want some of that on each of these sides. Just another little flavor boost. It's gonna be outstanding. Now we come in with the pork. I'm gonna go right down the middle like this. All these slices, the crispy edges, everything that you want in a little pork tenderloin we have here in front of us. I'm getting a little bit of the fish sauce, the lime juice. Ah, it's tremendous. Now let's go with some of these cucumbers that we cut. We're gonna put a little layer of the cucumbers down. Come on, fellas. Again with the Mayo thing. I don't know what it is today. And now our pickled daikon and carrots. And get most of the liquid off. But just a nice, beautiful scatter. And this is gonna add some amazing crunch that we want. And our two last things. A little scatter, some of these red jalapenos. That I can smell as I throw them on. Maybe the most important part, some gorgeous fresh cilantro that just gives that flavor that honestly for me makes a banh mi. Okay, so first things first, you gotta have a bite of the pork and those little burned edges, that's what it's all about. Tiny bit sweet. You get that tang from the fish sauce in the best way possible. And the lime juice, fantastic, but okay, I gotta cut this. There's just, look, how is that anywhere around here supposed to get in my mouth? It's not, so should we cut it? Oh, please. It's just not right. The juicy, delicious pork in there, the bite of the pickled daikon and carrot, cilantro making it super fresh, the little snap of the cucumber, the mayo. Gosh. Well, let's go, shall we? I don't even know where to go. I'm going right here. Look. A good baguette. Crispy on the outside, light and fluffy on the inside. Didn't even toast it. Don't need it toasted. I want this. The tastes of everything, holy shit. Everything that's going on here. This is maybe the best example I can give you of don't eat the same thing all the time. These are flavors that you're just not getting in a cheeseburger or mac and cheese. Not that there's anything wrong with those things, but variety, my friends, variety is where it's at. The banh mi rules. I got nothing else. Subscribe if you like us, of course. Like if you like this, and comment. We made this because a bunch of you said, will you please make a banh mi? Can't be any more obvious than that. We're out of ideas. We got nothing left. We're running on empty. Tell us what you want to fill up our idea tank. Okay, we got a few ideas. But more importantly, thanks for hanging out. Hope you've learned some things. Make something different. Don't eat the same thing all the time. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for helping to make America cook again. See ya.